when is the weather finally gonna break there, man? It seems like y'all keep tiptoeing and flirting with spring.
No, you know how it be over here, man. It's like it'd be 32 on Monday, it'd be 59 on Tuesday, drop down to 28 on Wednesday, 80 on Thursday, rainy, snowy on Friday, you know,
Yeah,
cloudy on Sunday, Saturday, sunshine and zero clouds on Sunday. Like it's weather out here, man. I don't know what the fuck it wants to do.
Life can be beautiful if you let it.
In the bowl.
Yo, 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 what do you know? Welcome to In the Bowl Podcast. I'm your host, Nas.
it's your guy, Tall Man, live from Dubai.
And as always, In the Bowl Podcast is sponsored by your nation's own #1 mobile hookah provider, where they not only do private events, they do wholesale, distribution, and take your experience to that next level. What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going on, man? Another week, another weekend, another good conversation, man.
Always, 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 always. I think it's so funny, man. I think it's we still in these crazy times. Like you say, it's another week, and we always start off, what's been happening over the weekend, man. I think the first thing I think about is I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, man. I mean, every day.
Every day is a blessing, man, because I don't know, man. Obviously, I definitely want to give our condolences over another school shooting, and I don't know, man. Motherfuckers out here they just wilding, man. I don't know if they losing their mind or what the situation is. Don't know all the story, but I have a problem with people thinking this shit is like video games. You know what I'm saying? Think you can hit a reset button, and you can go out, and think you can just, harm life and take life for granted. Especially, obviously we talk about this school shooting in Nashville. I'm not gonna lie, man. I think it's fucked up out here, man. I think it's just some innocent kids, man, and just some people going to work. Some kids going to school, see their friend, being innocent. You know what I'm saying? And some motherfucker just coming out there to destroy that, man. So, and it's scary, man, because I got a little girl.
Yeah, man, the lack of respect.
The lack of respect, man, and I just think about, I see why, more people are going to homeschool. It's just scary out here, but then you also don't want the people to be sheltered. You got to have some sense of social skills, right? And I think school, daycare, whatever is all for that. But I think it's just fucked up out here right now, man. It's scary. It's scary. It's scary. I know that's more of a morbid topic, But like I said, man, our condolences to those
definitely
kids out there, man, and anyone who's going through some tough times right now. So, just try to keep your head up, stay strong, but on a brighter and other news, I'm excited to be here.
Man. You and me both, man. You and me both. I mean, it's been it's pretty chill weekend. Like I was saying last week, Ramadan was just kicking off, so everybody's trying to get their legs up under them. But I will say one thing that man, the commute in the morning has been exceptional because this year Ramadan and spring break lined up. So it's like I'm getting to work in like 17 minutes, man. It's a beautiful thing, all highway, So that's a great thing. But the weekend was pretty chill, man. Just sat back, watched some TV, watched some movies, took a few naps.
Yeah,
it was very relaxing, very very therapeutic.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Man, that's how it was, man. That's how it was over here on this side of the water, man. It was chill. The weather was nice. Folks just cooling out. It rained on over the week, past week.
Okay.
But then it just brightened up, man. The sky opened up. It was nice.
Nice, man.
Sun
And
came out.
now when is the weather finally gonna break there, man? It seems like y'all keep tiptoeing and flirting with spring.
No, you know how it be over here, man. It's like it'd be 32 on Monday. It'd be 59 on Tuesday. Drop down to 28 on Wednesday. 80 on Thursday. Rainy, snowy on Friday.
Yeah,
Cloudy on Saturday. Sunshine and zero clouds on Sunday. Like it's weather out here, man. I don't know what the fuck it wants to do.
yeah,
But
man. That's March for you.
that's March, right? But we in the full of spring. So it's the weather's actually been all right, man. It hasn't been that bad. Obviously, we got the spring shower. What was it? Spring shower, April shower, spring May flowers or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. April showers bring May flowers. Oh man, but you know what? I wanted to to start this week off, talking about uh black love, and where I'm going with it is your girl Lori Harvey. Apparently, she is back on the market, once again. Her 3 month relationship, situationship or friendship, whatever it is, she had going on with my man from Snowfall has come to an end.
I thought they got back together.
Man, hey, the last thing I saw was, they had parted ways. But again, and that's one of the things of why I'm trying to figure out, why the world is so infatuated with her dating life. Because when they broke up, I started hearing other things. Oh, she was Diddy and this and that. And I'm like, come on, man, why every time she hangs out with somebody, what I mean, it becomes front page news. Let the girl live her life.
Yeah, nah, for sure. But before I even get in, let's do the cheers, man. Like you say, man. First, we're gonna celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Black love. We're gonna sit here and try to
Indeed.
try to make it a great thing, right? But also, like I said, a life cheer, dude.
Cheers, man.
I mean, I have the same feelings, man. Honestly, I can give a fuck about what she's doing.
Yeah.
I can give a fuck about what, what I'm saying, 98.9% of other motherfuckers are doing. If you aren't, impacting me, I can really care less, right? I think that's the biggest issue, right? Not even just on her, I think it's just like
Yeah.
people always, I don't know, man. I just feel like there's so much other shit going on out here, like I don't even know why I think shit's just fucking retarded. Like I think people need to mind their own business, but that's the first problem. And I think that, everyone's so, in tune with other people's relationships and life and shit like that and what they got going on. When in actuality, it really has no impact on your own life. So why the fuck do you care?
Exactly. None whatsoever.
So I am tired of hearing about that story. I am tired of actually hearing about who she's dating. I mean, she's a serial dater. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of confused, Yeah, man, I can give a fuck about what she's doing in her life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, man, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm just trying to, figure out why, every time she gets into something and gets out of something, it's front page news. I mean, like you said, man, it's so many other things going on in the world that we're spending our time trying to wrap our head around, dissecting, her relationship, which is it's just crazy to me.
I think this shit is yeah, that's the best word. I got other words I would use, not PC, so I'll keep it to myself. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I think it's just silly, right? I think it's just in that world where people have too much time on their hands to be able to look at that, right? I mean, yeah, I think about it too. And it's scary because I was having a conversation today, man. When you think about social media,
Mm-hmm.
you think about all the access that you have to everyone else's life, and a lot of people now, unfortunately, they want to mirror or mimic that, right? I think that this social media thing, man, and access to everyone's life is actually going to be the demise of society, man. I think it's and I think I was talking to someone
Yeah.
today. They was telling me a story about kind of what their families going through or kids are going through, and I think it's happening more and more to where mental checks are needed.
Yeah.
Some pauses are needed, just in a sense of checking on your loved ones, making sure they are all right? Because some people just are so in tune with someone else is doing and not following their own journey, wanting that other person's lifestyle because of what they see, the glam and the glitz and all that other good shit. I
Yeah.
think it's I don't know, man. I have a problem with that, right? And that's one of my biggest fears of raising a little one in society today.
Yeah, it's crazy, because I mean, social media at the end of the day is, you know, 9 times out of 10, 95% of the time, it's somebody's highlight reel. So
Right.
trying to compare your life to someone's highlight reel is already, kind of setting yourself up for failure. Now, I mean, if you're checking on things, you get inspired or do different things, or if it's pushing you, motivating you, or just want to be nosy, I get it. But when you start, comparing yourself and holding yourself to that standard, there's no way you can, hold your day-to-day life to somebody's highlight reel.
Facts.
You
Like
know,
what it is. It's someone else's highlight reel, but you don't know what the fuck else they've been going. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what else, issues or what they got going on behind closed doors. And the cameras are off.
exactly. It's curated.
Yeah.
It's all put out there. To create a persona, and you're right. It's that slippery slope. If you start comparing yourself to that, then I mean, you're setting yourself up for failure. You got to know how to, hop on. It's almost like back in the day, when the girls would play double dutch. That's how I look at social media. You gotta be able to, hop in, dance around, for a little bit, and then hop right back out, man. If you stay in that circle, stay in that bubble too long, man, you're definitely gonna drive yourself mad.
That's true. It's true. It's funny how you said, don't act like you never played double dutch before, dog.
Never in my life.
So you're telling me
Never.
you never jumped rope before?
No, see, jump rope is different than double dutch. Now I've jumped rope. I got a rope here, that I use for the gym sometimes, but I have never had two ropes at one time. I've never jumped between two ropes at one time. I've never tied a rope around my waist to spin the rope. I've never used the two hand over and under to spin the rope.
So I don't know.
If you look back at if you look back at my if you look back at my resume, in the fine print, there's nothing that says the tall man has engaged in double dutch. Nothing.
Well, so maybe this is like a secret I had before, right? I mean, I may have jumped once. We got female cousins, right? I mean, we got family members. You can't act like I'm the only one that's ever double dutch. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't sit there and say I go out and have a double dutch weekend and shit. But
Oh man.
we all got female cousins, man, and especially if you're the younger one and you're around your female cousins and you gotta go outside and play with them. What are you gonna do? Just sit on the curb? You're telling me you just sit on the curb and watch them double dutch?
Nah. Me and my boy cousins we're probably playing football, basketball, or throwback tackle or something.
I think that's a fair statement. But I hear you. But I guess that's one of my guilty confessions. I have double dutch before.
Hey. Hey, this is a judge-free zone. It is a safe place. I mean, if you were the, double Dutch king, in 1993, I'm not gonna hold that against you.
I mean, I don't know if we take it that far, you know what I'm saying? You know, if I had to show, you know what I'm saying, like my little cousins now, you know what I'm saying, what I had to do, you know, I show them, you know, I'm still limber out here, man. I'm still out here in the streets, you know. Nah, but for real though, man, I don't know, man. You can't, I don't know. I think just, anyway, like I said, fuck that. The double Dutch thing, man, it's happened before. Fuck you if you got a judgment. If you think about it, I've done it before. You're still my man's. But
Hey,
again,
we're good. We're
I
good.
have done it. My man. All right, 50 grand. That's what's up. But yeah, man. I mean, you know, you gotta go with the times, man. When the Rome, do as the Romans. You know what they say?
It's all good. But you see how, you know, when you told me you were involved, you know, I looked at you as, you know, someone who perfected their craft. You know, you weren't out there just, you know, just messing up the flow of things. And that's why I said, you know, the Double Dutch King, you know, 1993, man. That is me giving you your flowers and your accolades
Nah. I
for your
appreciate that.
athleticism.
Hey, so hey, I see. My athleticism, man, so I appreciate that. You know, it gets real out here in the streets sometimes. You know.
Oh man, it's all good, man. Now, as long as you know, we can let the double dutch slide. But if you out there hula hooping, you know, trust me, I've got at least 25 more jokes, you know, sitting right here on my hip. No pun intended, you know, for this hula hoop experience.
So that's what I'm saying, man. You gotta stop saying certain shit, man. Because there's certain things that I have done in my life, you know, to where you know, again, it was, you know, it was around, you know. I can't lie. Have I hula hooped in my 30s? Maybe, maybe not. You know.
Oh, okay.
Uh, but you gotta think about it too, man. I got a little girl, you know. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it, you know. So,
I
you
see.
know,
I see. No, hey, I respect that. You know, I am not going to probe or I'm not going to be inquisitive, you know, with that. We're going to let that ride. You know, I mean, you have hula hoop before, you have a daughter.
there we go. You know, I'm gonna leave it at that. So, you know, I'm trying to show her the ways of what she, you know, her mom shows her a lot better than I do. So if she's not around, she wants to hula hoop. Have I done it? You can take it. You can take it from there and figure it out. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
I,
is I'm comfortable in my skin. When I look in the mirror, I'm cool. I'm looking back at, so I'm straight.
hey, that's all that matters. That's it. So what else is going on?
Not much, man. I mean, like you say, you know, it's. I don't know, my mind's been really heavily on a lot of the craziness going on, man. But um, I know one thing right now, you know, this whole March Madness thing, man. This is the first time in history that you know a number one seed hasn't made it. So I know everyone's bracket's fucked up. And
Oh,
if you predicted it, man, I don't know what to say, man. You know, it is.
yeah.
I am interested on how you even thought about that, right? But yeah, a lot of brackets are fucked up right now. So, but it's been a good March Madness. I give them that.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely been entertaining, and you're right with history because if anyone still has a perfect bracket out there, you are a genius. Because I flirted with the idea of possibly doing a bracket, but I hadn't watched you know enough games to you know to be educated and make a you know responsible you know bracket. But seeing all those you know high seeds get knocked off, it was definitely something, man. And I think the Final Four is gonna be wild as well. Because not mistaken, I think you got like two South Florida schools there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you know everything in Florida. You know, I got a buddy from Miami. You know, so he's pulling for both. I'm saying, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I respect that, but definitely did not see that coming though.
That's facts, man. That's facts. That's why I always say, man, it's anyone's game out here, man. You know, it's all about how you think, like David and Goliath. You know, it's a story I live by, man. Even the biggest folks can get dropped. You know what I'm saying? So it's anyone's game out here. And like they say, it's I don't know. One thing we've been talking about. So what do you think? You thinking, especially in like a March Madness, what do you think? You think it's more on the point guard, the free throw shooter, or the coaching?
And be honest, man, I think it's everything because once and that's one of the things that I like about March Madness is that when you once you get in the tournament, I mean it's all fair game. Anybody, I mean it's one and done. You got one game to kind of prove and put yourself out there. And if you have one bad game, I mean you could easily just be going home. Unlike the NBA where you got the best of seven and things like that. You have a bad game, you can make up for it. But in college, man, it's unforgivable.
Yeah. One and done. You better get it right.
Exactly. Exactly. So, I mean, what do you think? What do you think it comes down to?
I mean, shit, I think it's a combination of coaching and free throws. I think, the coaching is you got to be smart with the clock. You got to be smart with the rotation because they're giving it all. I give it to them young boys, man. They're giving it, and young women, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? They're giving it their all. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be smart with the clock control. And a lot of these games come down to a fucking free throw. With
Yeah,
0 seconds on the clock, right? It's just coming down to a free throw. And so I think, again, I think it's a combination of both. So, I was talking with my folks and they were just like, yeah, man, you got to look at like the free throw percentage, right?
yeah,
And then you look at who's coaching and kind of what their history's been. So I think it's a combination of that because, I do think a point guard, obviously they kind of control the momentum, but if you got a
yeah,
couple good bigs, you know what I'm saying, get some boards and control that paint, I think you're straight. But again, I think it goes down to the free throw and the coach.
I mean that's valid. I mean, and speaking of college, I mean, what do you think about the one and done rule, or having to not being able to go straight to the league, with having to sit out for a year before going to the league. Do you think that one and done has helped the college game, or do you think it's hurt the college game?
I mean, the boosters are going to give their money no matter what, right? So, I mean, that's all it is. It's a business, right? So, I think, a lot of folks, I think it comes down to the money. Um, I think there's a lot of, folks that go into the league because they're trying to change, their family history, leave a
Hmm.
legacy behind and get that kind of momentum and get, you know, family out of certain situations, out of certain neighborhoods, certain environments, whatever that may be. So I can't be mad, man. Again, I think that's kind of where it's at, right? I think the one and done, we're sitting a year out. I don't know, man. I'm on the fence. I think these young
Yeah,
men, these young athletes, excuse me, these young athletes need to get paid in some form or fashion because those schools is making a shitload of money.
indeed, indeed, yeah, indeed. Because I came across something I didn't get to read. The matter of fact, I didn't get to read any of the article. It's definitely clickbait. Because it caught my attention, but it was talking about Bronny James, that he's projected to be like the highest NIL earner. I think they had him coming in somewhere at like
7.2.
7.2, in NIL funds. So I do like that at least that option is on the table to where the athletes are getting something
Mm-hmm.
out of the deal versus and I know the age old argument was well they're getting full athletic scholarships and a degree is I'm not gonna say a free degree because they've earned the degree, but I mean
Mm-hmm.
that degree is setting them up for the future and things of that nature. So I kind of see You know, I mean, both sides of it, because I mean, a college education these days. I mean, you're talking about it's almost like buying a house.
Yeah.
You know, you're putting up, definitely, a six-figure, investment. So I kind of get, like I said, what they're saying on both sides of it. But on the flip side, I was listening to an interview, and someone was saying that, that the argument was that, college and that 1 year of college, prepares you for the NBA. And they were like, I don't think that's true because nothing can prepare you for the NBA except for the NBA.
That's some real on-job training type shit, right? Because
Yeah.
again, you always end up act like you've been here before, right? And if you haven't been there before, you don't know what to act like, right? So I think it's tough, man. I think it's like you say, it's when you get to the league, it's a whole new world. You know how they talk about grown man strength. You know what I'm saying? They talk about, you know, yeah, that's kind of where it's at, right? They talk about,
Yeah.
you don't know what you get into until you had a taste of it before.
Exactly.
So I'm with you on that.
Exactly. But something else crazy I saw this week. So there was this guy who and I don't know if it was his life savings. I don't know if that word's just being thrown around, but either way, the young man has saved up $26,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he saw that somebody was selling a Hellcat, right? So they
Yeah.
were selling a Hellcat for 26,000, which in my mind, just off the break, that already sounds a little fishy because it's like, you selling me the Hellcat for 26,000. What's missing? Is this
Yeah.
a Hellcat shell or is it just the engine? What's there?
Yeah.
But it definitely
Was
can't
it
be. Yeah. I mean, it can't be the whole car.
mm-hmm.
So when you dig deeper in the story, somebody had went to a rental car company and rented, a Hellcat,
Yeah.
printed up a fake title
Mm.
and put the car up for sale. And someone bought it, and the guy who bought it for 26K didn't know that it was a bad deal until the car rental company came back to collect the car because it had no return.
That's fucked up.
Exactly.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So your man is out of the 26K. He's out of the car. And I'm like, what, how, and why? Is this even, a conversation or how does something like this happen? And then I started looking in the comments and people were like, yeah, man, stop trying to buy cars off Facebook Marketplace. And I was like, oh, well, I mean, I don't know if it was advertised on there, if that's where he bought it from, but it's just like, I mean, be smart and do your due diligence. Because, I mean, a Hellcat for 26K?
That's the problem. Again, it goes back to the social media shit. Why are you so pressed to buy a Hellcat? You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, whether you like fast cars or not, whatever it may be, you like muscle cars, whatever the fuck it is. But why in the world would you sit there and buy a Hellcat for $26,000 without vetting, right? Without vetting one who
Yeah.
you're buying from, and it's fucked up. He probably sat on the side of the street and said, car for sale, this, that, and the third. But
Yeah.
again, man, it just goes back to people trying to impress folks, right? Like, why are you trying to impress folks because you think that's what you need? Nah, man. Quite honestly, no one deserves to get scammed, but I don't know. I think the person who bought the car is fucking stupider than the person who sold the car. Like, that's fucking retarded.
Yeah. Nah, I agree.
That is a very silly move to make.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just, not wise at all. But, that was one of those articles I saw and I definitely had to click to see it. I'm like, this can't be possible. I mean, I don't even know the going rate on a Hellcat, but I definitely know it's not 26,000.
Yeah, it's like 90-something thousand, right? You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
not.
it's up there.
And so again, Yeah, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. You know, and honestly, you got a tough lesson, but I guarantee he learns his lesson though, or they learn their lesson.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, when something is too good to be true, man, 9 times out of 10, it is something is up. But
Not needed,
that's
man.
just a
Be
wild
smart.
story, man.
Nah, that's wild, man. It's like again, it goes back to like that stupid shit when the girl tattooed her eyeball. You know, again, like stop, man. This. I bet you the Bama just took pictures all in it, posted that shit, and it's just like, look at me, look at me, look at me. Now look at you.
Yeah, you're definitely not looking good, man.
You know, I have no sympathy. They'll be all right. I mean, lesson
Yeah,
learned. It's an expensive lesson learned.
yeah. I'm about to say that's a hard lesson, man. That's one that you definitely cannot repeat.
No,
If you repeat that mistake, then shame on you.
shame on you. That's the shit. I say shame on you in the first one because also, if the quote is correct as life savings, it's your
Mm,
life savings on the car. You weren't really ready to
yeah,
buy
that's
the car. You weren't really ready to buy that car yet.
exactly
Because it
that's
depreciates.
mistake
Like, how
number
you
one.
get money off of it, right? Like, how
Yeah,
would you, like, if you spend your life saving, you're spending life saving on, I guess you could say a dream, or whatever you want to call it. You do it on something that is going to appreciate to help you make that money back or to keep that money, right?
yeah,
Um, and it should just be a means of a way to improve, right? But why the fuck would you buy a $26,000 car when you have $26,001 in the bank?
yeah.
Can't put gas in the shit. What the fuck?
Nah. I mean, that was already that was not well thought out.
No. So again, he's the individual that bought the car. I put the blame on them. I have no sense. The first time, second time, fifth time, 10th time, first time, blame's on you, buddy.
Talking about money in the bank. Your guy Magic Johnson is now a part of the group of trying to buy the Washington Commanders for $6 billion.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is that is big because I think the rumor was when Daniel Snyder put the team up for sale. They were saying, hey, this team sale can get as high, as $6 billion. So now the $6 billion offer, fully financed, is on the table. So if the bid goes through, that would make Magic Johnson, one of or the first black owner of an NFL team. That's historic right there.
Yeah, that's big. That's big. And I saw that as much as I can care less about the Commanders. I think that'd be dope. I think that'd actually be dope. I think that'd be super dope. I would respect that move. I like that move. And I do want to see
Yeah,
us own. Get more in that limelight of own and on that side of the table of ownership of that. That'd be dope.
no, I agree, and I'm not mad at that move either. Because Magic has shown that he is a savvy businessman.
Yeah, that
He
man's
has
brilliant there.
he has the sports background. So I think that would be a good look for the Commanders, because I've been saying for years that the issue with the Commanders, and I am a lifelong Washington fan,
Mm.
but it hasn't been the players, it hasn't been the coaches. It starts with the top, so
Yeah,
the ownership has been, since the late '90s. It's kind of been the downfall of the team. So I think that swapping out that piece up top, I think, will allow for everything else below to kind of fall into place, because you see the NFC East, was starting to look like the NFC East of old, where every team is a threat. Games between NFC East teams, it's always, good game. Records don't mean a thing. You can have somebody that's 13-1 and someone who's 1-13. It's going to be a great game because that's how the NFC East is. But as
Yeah.
of late, the NFC East has, it's shown out. It's gotten back to those glory days where, every team, majority of the teams, were, highly competitive and, in that hunt. So I'm excited.
Now, I'm not excited for the Commanders, but I think it'd be cool. I'm gonna leave it at that right there. Put that right there on the table. That's my statement. I'm sticking to it. But yeah, I do think it's I think it's dope, man. I want to see Magic. I want to see one of us own whoever it is. I want to see one of us have the ownership of a team. That'd be dope.
I agree.
I think the players were like,
I agree. Yeah, I think so. And that's why I said that, it would definitely have that trickle down effect of, his leadership and, experience and, sports background and sports savviness. I think that's just going to be effective, throughout the whole team, man, the whole organization, top to bottom.
I agree. I definitely think NFC East is a powerhouse too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of glad a couple moves that the boys made, so I'm glad about that. I think we talked about that before, so I'm glad for that. See my man Pollard in the backfield. See what's up with him. Hopefully, he comes back by the beginning of the season. So I'm cool with that, man. The NFC East, though, it's a powerhouse, man. I want to see him come back healthy and get his first starting role.
Agreed. And and not that we're a sports podcast, but Lamar Jackson. Since we're talking about the 95 corridor, Baltimore is on the other side of the wall, in the AFC. But I know Lamar Jackson has been trying to get out of Baltimore. And as far as I can see so far, there's no one, biting at that deal. I think they're asking for a lot outside of, the money. They're looking for 2 first-round picks, for the 2023 and 2024 draft. I mean, that is a lot.
No, that is a lot. But Lamar, I mean, he's worth it. You know what I'm saying? He had a rough year. You know what I'm saying? But his numbers are up there. You know what I'm saying? And I think I just don't want to go to the Patriots. I think I saw somewhere they were talking about the Patriots. I hope that's not true. Then Patriots, man. Nah, I'm good. Yeah, no, just don't go. Do not go to the Patriots, man, because I think that's going to be a different career, man. And I just can't fuck with the Patriots, man. I just can't fuck with them.
Yeah. The Pats, man. That's a hard pill to swallow right there. But I'm with you. I don't want to see him, land up there. And I think that he does, still bring, a lot to the table. And I just hope that the situation is worked out prior to the start of the season.
Yeah.
So wherever he lands, whether it be if he stays in Baltimore, goes somewhere else, at least the trade rumors or unhappiness, all that stuff won't be lingering. We can get some good football.
That is true. I mean, that's my favorite season, so we're good. Like, I'm looking forward to see what happens with all the trades, the draft coming up. That'd be dope.
So speaking of which, man, so what else is on your mind?
Not much, man. The weather about to be nice, man. The weather about to start breaking. A couple folks talking about come on out on the boat. About to get out on the boats.
Okay.
So we about to just be out there, man. It's spring is here. About to dust off that grill. About to start getting the it's cookout season. It's
yeah.
Change of the weather, change of the season, man. It's a good time.
It is, man. I'm this week I've been trying to locate this part for my grill. Because the grill, I think we have similar grills. Where half of it's gas, the other half is charcoal.
Yeah.
I need this adapter so I can use the propane tanks they have out here in Dubai. So I've been trying to find it online, and it's running into the roadblocks. So I think I might have to pop into an Ace Hardware and try to find that part
Mm.
because we are hosting a small line slash kickback slash iftar on Sunday. So it would be good to have both sides of the grill up and in because one of our buddies is executive chef for the restaurant we frequent oftenly. So he hit me up with what he's bringing, and I'm like, yeah, we definitely need both sides of the grill, for the tomahawk steaks and rack of lamb. I'm like, it's about to be interesting out here, So I need to find that piece so I can get the gas grill going, man. That is number one on my list this weekend.
There you go. There you go. Crack open them grills. Springtime there, baby.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm lying. That's number two. We need to re-up on some toilet tissue, man. And I throw that out there because and this is another pet peeve. I don't know why people make one ply toilet tissue. Toilet tissue should be standard two ply.
Yeah.
So getting two ply is you got to go to certain places out here. So that's number one on the list. Secure the two ply toilet tissue, and number two is get the part for the gas grill.
Know what amazes me, man? I don't know, man. Even how people run out of toilet paper, man. Paper towels and toothpaste and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And for the women out here who have the emergency runs that have their spouses go run out and pick them up, feminine hygiene products. I just don't fucking get it. Like, my thing is, people act like they expire. You know, like, people act like they're gonna go bad or something. Like, just if you see you getting down to the last 3 or 4 rows, just buy another fucking pack.
Yeah, see, and you know what? And you are speaking like a privileged, entitled, first world individual.
See,
Where you can go on Amazon right now and have the 24 pack of two ply delivered to your door within the same day.
Hey, bro, you better have an emergency pack and get the one ply for emergency until you get the second ply, because there's no every time you should run out, no matter what.
Hold on. Now, I did not say that we were out. I said we were running low.
But say, man, you wipe yourself with newspapers and shit.
No. So fair disclaimer. I mean, last month was it last month? Yeah, it was last month. Last month, this month, I don't know. But we did have some extra house guests that did not have testosterone. So that, of course, threw off the ratio because we went through what we usually go through at a quicker rate.
I respect the thought. I respect the conversation. I respect that now. Okay, I get it.
Yes, man. The formula was thrown off.
Yeah.
Historically speaking, this 12 pack has got us X amount of weeks. So now with that situation, now instead of us getting X amount of weeks, we got Y amount of weeks, and we recognize the issue ahead of time. So that's why that moved up to the number one priority. So we don't get in that situation of having to use that. We don't have to break the glass and get out that one ply roll. That can stay. It can stay behind the plastic.
And that's fair. I'll give you that. I'll let that one rock. Yeah, I mean, especially if you have a cadence, and then you have some guests that throw out the rate, that throw out the timeline and the frequency of it. I can respect that.
Exactly. So that's number one this weekend, man. But
I can dig it.
That's about it. That's about it for me, man. You got anything else going on this weekend?
Nah, like I said, getting out on the boat. About to chill, about to get, what I'm saying, try to catch some sun rays. Just chill, man. Just cooling out, man. Just cooling. So, yeah, nah, man. That's all I got. That's all I got, man. Life is good. I'm here on this side, man. I'm just hoping we can find some kind of peace out here, man. But life is good, man. So, you know.
I can dig it, man. I can dig it. Well, definitely looking forward to the catching up next week. Like I said, this is going to be a full weekend. So looking forward to hearing about the boat. And, letting how things went on the grill with the kickback. So it should be a good one. So as always, shout out to Shisha to you. Don't forget you can follow them on IG. Don't forget that you can follow us on Twitter at @InTheBowPod. Definitely hit us up in the comments. We always say we're two highly opinionated individuals, but we love to hear the opinions of others. So if we said something that struck a chord with you, definitely hit us up in the comments. Let us know, your thoughts about that, and we can chop it up and talk about it. Last but not least, don't forget to keep those hookahs clean after every use. Just go ahead, rinse it out, clean it up, so that way when you're ready to smoke or you have somebody that comes over, half the work is already done for you. So until next week, we appreciate you.
And as always, click, like, and subscribe.